Flowers. By the way, I'm going to be talking around the relationship between CSR, SDGs, and sustainability strategies. Scary global statistics on drought, floods, biological epidemics, extreme weather conditions, mudslides, wildfires, tsunamis, earthquakes, and so on, give each and every one of us every reason to be concerned about the future of humans and their landlord, the earth. Piling human casualties from nature and human-induced disasters, as well as the quantifiable economic losses, all raise red flags on the urgent need to save humanity from itself by paying closer attention to the well-being of our society, our economy, and the physical environment. Now let's look at what these terms are all about, the concepts of sustainability, CSR, and the SDGs. According to the very famous definition in the UN Broadland Report, sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. But bringing this home, from what I now know, I have my personalized definition of sustainability. For me, simply put, sustainability is the act and science of securing and nurturing mankind's continued existence on planet Earth. For me, sustainability is the art and science of securing and nurturing mankind's continued existence on planet Earth. Sustainability and its phrasal version. Sustainable development is the phrasal version of sustainability. Sustainability and its phrasal version, sustainable development, is all about the past, the present, and the future of mankind, and everything in between, including the corporate world, the economy, the food we eat, the quality of the air we breathe, our housing, our jobs, clean water, human rights, justice system, public policy, healthcare, the society at large, households and families, and so on. And if you go through the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, these are what they are all about. Concern for your well-being, my well-being, and the well-being of future generations. Critically, sustainability and sustainable development are very much about the future of the world and the children that we so love and cherish. Now let's look at some of the mistakes humanity has made in the past. One of the biggest mistakes that humanity ever made was to have treated the earth and its natural resources as infinite. Until the advent of environmental science and sustainability, most of us had always believed that water, for example, is a cheap and inexhaustible commodity. In fact, some of us never thought of water as a resource in the true sense. It was too commonplace and easily available to be classified as production capital, even for businesses where water constituted up to 70% of their products. But today, we hear similar strange stories of how Cape Town, South Africa, for example, in 2017 and 2018, almost completely ran out of water. We hear how scientists have proven that the amount of water on Earth is constant and does not flow from one infinite source as we have always erroneously believed. We hear how over 1 million species have vanished from the Earth and how several others are on the verge of extinction. We hear how pollution has so far killed more than 100 million people around the world. We hear that the deadly 2011 tsunami and earthquake in Japan cost that country about 25 trillion yen, which is the equivalent of over $300 billion. But unfortunately, we now also hear that in our own little ways and in our different little corners of the earth, we can do something about the impending danger we are faced with from the seemingly angry and rampaging forces of nature. We can, for example, avoid polluting our immediate environment. We can manage our corporate and household waste more responsibly. We can plant trees. We can switch off electrical gadgets when they are not in use. We can trek short distances instead of pulling out our cars from the garage. We can treat our neighbors more fairly and justly. We can encourage justice and gender rights. There is so much we can actually do as humans, as corporates, as governments, and as members of the civil society to promote sustainability and a better world for us all. Now, let's hear what the millennials are saying. One of the mistakes we have made in the past is that we do not listen to young people. When we're young, when visitors come, our parents drive us inside. But I have learned from that, unless it's sensitive issues that will be discussed, my children stay. Because they need to know what is happening in their world. So now let's hear what our millennials are saying. Defining millennials as young people between the ages of 18 and 35. According to a report published on August 29, 2017 by the Business Insider, for the third year in a row, millennials that participated in the World Economic Forum's Global Shapers Survey in 2017 believe that climate change is the most serious issue affecting the world today. Nearly half of the respondents, about 49%, said that climate change is top of their concern. And 78% said they would be willing to change their lifestyle to protect the earth. According to the report, respondents were also unanimous that the cause of climate change is mostly human. And according to the classification of the millennials, these are the 10 issues that are most critical in the world today. And if the future belongs to them, we must listen to their concern. Number one on the list is climate change and destruction of nature. Number two is large-scale conflicts and wars. Number three, inequality in income and discrimination. Number four, poverty. Number five, religious conflicts. Number six, government accountability and transparency and corruption. Number seven, food and water security. Number eight, lack of education. Number nine, safety, security, well-being. Number 10, lack of economic opportunity and employment. Is there any of this that you disagree with? And ladies and gentlemen, it might interest you to know that all these 10 items are sustainability and corporate responsibility issues. True or false? As seen in the survey above, the sustainable development and its principles and indicators have become the most talked about global topics today. The simple reason for this is that sustainability equals humanity and its overall well-being, from business to economy to society, healthcare, education, to confronting natural disasters, to confronting child labor, to confronting human trafficking, to confronting maternal and infant mortality. Sustainability and the Sustainable Development Goals focus on everything human. Now, let us quickly talk talk about how CSR is related to sustainability. There are three pillars of sustainability: the economic, the environmental, and the social. Corporate social responsibility is what it is, the social aspect of sustainability. CSR does not equal sustainability. It is one aspect of sustainability. So while we have the social pillar, which when we talk about corporate social responsibility, that is the aspect we are talking about, we also have the economic pillar, which focuses on the financial numbers of businesses. But when we are talking about the financial numbers of businesses from the perspective of sustainability, we are more interested in what do they do with those numbers? How do they generate those numbers? Are those numbers being generated responsibly? Are they being distributed responsibly to the stakeholders? So the numbers are important because the numbers ensure that the businesses remain in business. Then on the environmental sustainability, the focus is on the well-being of the earth and its natural resources. How do we treat our waterways? How do we treat our waste? How do we treat our natural resources? How do we treat our trees and forests and our biodiversity? The 17 Sustainable Development Goals tie all of these together, emphasizing the urgent need to improve the condition of the earth and everything in it, including the humans, the forests, the rivers, the oceans, the air, the quality of the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, the children that we raise, and the future generations that are yet to be born. So, the strongest link between the concepts of CSR sustainability and the Sustainable Development Goals is that they are all human-centric. The people and the society where they dwell and the earth that they live in are at the center of all three concepts. The three are so closely related that one is often used as the synonym for the other. I'm sure we've had that experiences before. But it is important here to make a clear distinction. While corporate social responsibility focuses on businesses, hence the word corporate, sustainability and the Sustainable Development Goals are a collective call to action beyond just businesses. They revolve around sustainable governance and public service, sustainable healthcare, sustainable agriculture, sustainable education, sustainable business, and everything that concerns humans and their host, which is the earth. We are tenants here. The owner of this land is the earth. The concept of corporate social responsibility, in my opinion, is also limited. Today, with the advent of climate change and global warming, the emphasis has gone beyond just social impact, which of course is still very critical. The emphasis now includes environmental impact and stewardship. And with the growing inequality, poverty, unemployment, and other human development challenges in the world today, corporate responsibility now also involves economic impact and stewardship, which includes, like I earlier said, the economic value created and distributed. Now, I want to pause to give a brief case study using what we do at Dangote as far as sustainability is concerned. Because of the critical importance that Dangote places on sustainability, what we have done is to bring every aspect of our business under different sustainability pillars. We have what we call the Dangote Way, which comprises 7 sustainability pillars, including the institutional pillar, with emphasis on building good institution that is sustainable and governed with the best practices. Then we have the financial pillar, which is all about the numbers, like I already said. We have the operational pillar, which is focused on ensuring that our business operations do not constitute environmental and social nuisance to our host communities. Then we have the cultural pillar, which is centered around building a culture, making sustainability not just a phrase that we all throw around, but a culture, a part of the corporate culture. Then we have the economic pillar, which focuses on our economic impact on the larger society, the value we create, the taxes we pay, the investments that we make, and the infrastructure that we build. Then we also have the social pillar, which focuses on the society, giving back to the society. And then we have the environmental pillar, which focuses on ensuring that our business activities are carried out in a way that does not destroy the physical environment. So now, why does sustainability matter? Sustainable development matters because it is about our collective well-being. I always say something. Sustainability is one concept that everybody should take personal. Because it is all about you, it's all about me, it's all about the future generations. It's all about those children that we slave for every day. Corporate social responsibility matters to us all. Because, for example, when businesses neglect their responsibilities, it could spell doom for host communities and the larger society. We know we are still struggling to clear the oil spills in Ogoniland, for example. It could take 1 minute to make it happen. It could take generations to correct it. Also, it does not matter how much we love and nurture our children. When we abuse our natural environment, we are threatening their future survival. Whatever assets we extract from nature today is being borrowed from the future generations. For every asset we enjoy and do not replenish today, the future generations are being shortchanged. Sustainable way of life, way of governance, way of business matters because our survival and perhaps, more importantly, the survival of our cherished future generations depend on it. So, if we would not imbibe these best practices for our own sake, we must at least do so for the sake of our children and our children's children. You would agree with me that it is most unfair, very, very unfair, to destroy the earth in our time and leave behind a suboptimal and damaged world for our beloved children to inherit. Now, let's imagine a world without sustainable development. A world without sustainable development is a world without a future. While many still see and treat climate change, and many of us might not be here when the disasters begin to fully manifest, but our children will be here. A world without sustainable development is a world where anarchy would rule. A dog-eat-dog world where anything goes. And where decorum, sense of right and wrong are sacrificed for short-term, self-centered interest. It is a world where poverty and environmental degradation will thrive and natural calamities will become the norm rather than the exception. A world without CSR is a world without sustainable development. And indeed, a world without sustainable development will be a world without existence in the long run. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, sustainability is not a nice to have. It is the future of business competitiveness and public governance. It is also the future of human existence because, trust me on this one, nature will not change for our sake. The body to change is on us, the humans. Thank you very much.